There's nothing special with this video. There's nothing interesting about it other than the fact that I'm going to be saying some really personal things on it, and to just clarify why I haven't been uploading in the past year and a half. So, to start off, a week ago, it was the anniversary of my father's passing. Now, the origin of my username Habibi Tony was actually a joke of when me and my father were first getting my online username set up, and this was the name that came to mind for being it. And so ever since, this channel, along with this username and this account, is the most sentimental thing that I hold so dearly into my heart. Back then, I thought to myself, if I stopped making videos, then the spirit of my father starts fading away. And so, it happened. Everything got in the way. I was a senior up until last year. I thankfully graduated and went to community college to get into automotive technology and stuff like that. I am not the best at math, is what I learned. And the college that I'm going to automotive for isn't the best for it, because they're trying to move it to the Perry. We're going to call it the Perry campus. But no, they're trying to move it to a different campus and stuff like that. But that's not really important right now. What's important is like why I haven't really been around as much, and I'll just simply tell you, it's because life just got in the way. I was just finishing high school when everything else happened. I had gotten a computer to where I could make my videos even better, and all that. I thought I was going to be having a new beginning with my channel when I initially got my computer, because I was able to download Shotcut, which was a free video editing software in which I can do all these super cool edits and stuff, even if they were like stock with the app itself and minuscule to what people nowadays can literally do with videos and video editing. But I thought it could be a great gateway into what I could possibly do with like other things that I can make for videos, because I had a more wider approach, or a bigger chance at making really cool things. But college hindered it greatly, and my computer had actually gotten busted because of a common restart bug that wipes out everything on my computer and puts it into a temporary account, so that everything I do is all temporary. Like, I changed the background on my home screen, the day later it turns to nothing. The way I set up my apps goes back to nothing. What I searched, gone. It was the worst time, because I was just ending my second semester in college, and after that I had lost a lot of hope for even continuing this channel. I'm not ending it, by the way. I'm still going to try doing something with it and do hopefully many great things along the way. But I stopped making videos because life got in the way. I stopped loving the games I loved to play. I stopped playing with the friends that I used to see in real life so often. I stopped really dreaming about being a big YouTuber and stuff like that, to where I can have my dream be fulfilled of having a big audience to help make every single one of their days a little brighter, and knowing that my existence was going to help their existence be a bit more special. And I wish things were just always different. I wish a lot of things were different. I wish my fucking dad was still here. I wish my computer hadn't been busted. I wish my friends were still in Virginia, so that I can hug each and every single one of them to death. I've been going through a lot last year too. It's hard for me to say, but I was dealing with suicidal thoughts from December up until last January, and it was the worst time of my entire life because I just really finished trade, and I finished my trade program at my high school, and we had to do these things called ASE tests, which stands for Automotive Student Excellence. The tests were solely experience-based. Like, if you were working on cars beforehand, you would have had an edge on passing these tests, because you would have known what to actually answer and to what to actually think of to get the right answer on each question. It's not like you can just open up a practice book and get the idea from that. Or if you're just learning solely from a trade center, you don't have a lot of time to work on cars by yourself in the long run anyway. You only have 2 years. And in those 2 years, you're just learning about the basic fundamentals of what you're supposed to do while servicing a car, while servicing the engine, while maintaining the car's lifespan until you would need to eventually just get a new one. And when I took the 2 ASE tests, it made me and my mother's relationship really shitty, because she expected a lot out of me when doing these tests. I almost got kicked out of the house because of it. Thankfully, she came to her senses and forgave me for really acting out impulsively, according to it. But what resulted in it was me cutting myself 60 different times on my arms. Actually 120, because let me rephrase that. But the result was me cutting myself 60 plus times on each arm. And they weren't horrific, because I'd penetrated the skin so faintly that it didn't leave a very significant mark. I can still see some of them on my arm today. They're just little, like, scars that are barely visible. Back then, it was very, very noticeable, and if anybody saw that, they would have immediately thought that I wasn't going to be around for very long. And so, I even posted about it on Instagram at one point too, and even on Snapchat, and it fucked me up a lot, because I was going through a very horrific stage of depression and stuff. I've been suffering with MDD for like 6 years up until this point, and until last year, it was at the very worst it had ever been. And so I'd made a lot of people worried about me, and then in due time, I made a lot more people feel a lot more comfortable around me now because of it, especially my family, because it's just my mother and my sister. All in all, I just need a fucking hug. I just need a break. I just need, in quote, get some bitches and stuff like that, because I've been very isolated in my house for most of my life. Not that it was like abusive or anything, it's because I never really got the chance of like going out and exploring things, really. I never got the chance to really meet a lot of people that would have interested me back then when I was like either like 7 or 9 years old, you know. It's not like I had all the freedom in the world. My mother wanted me to go to school all the time, and she would have done a lot back then to make me stay in school. Not that I was always a troublemaker in school. I never did anything like that. It's just Arabic families are strict when it comes to education. And my mother, over the years, has become more lenient about it because she understands me and my sister's position now. And she's been more attuned to realizing what she's kind of done and realizes that would probably be too harsh for no reason at all. But at the same time, it's not like I could have had all the freedom in the world to go out and find myself through some people and through places where I live. My friends got that chance, good for them, but for me it's not really the case. I wasn't always the toughest growing up because, well, I'm not really the fighter or anything. I mean, I took boxing classes at one point, but at the same time, it's not my nature to be an asshole. And sometimes I wish I was an asshole, even with everybody. I just been emotionally unavailable for the longest time, really. And I never really disclosed about it up until this point in the channel. There's some streams which I'm going to be deleting, which involved me, like, telling random people, oh, my father had passed away, and stupid, retarded shit like that. And it makes me sick to my stomach knowing that if I were to get big, and some scummy people would just use that against me, and well, they would rightfully so use that against me probably because I was just being an idiot back then, and maybe I would have been acting like an idiot in due time if it were to come to that. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about at this point. I just came on here, ramble about some stupid shit about this whole sob story about me having to deal with the passing of my father, and then having to deal with bullying, and have to deal with being suicidal and some dumb shit like that. No, maybe it's not dumb. I don't know what to think, okay? I lost my drive a long time ago, and I'm suffering the consequences. I'm just emotionally and mentally burnt out from everything, and I don't know really what to do other than just be confined in my own solitude, aka my room. But I don't know. I just came on here to kind of just get it off my chest and tell y'all where I've been, and hopefully y'all would have understood my position in life right now. You can understand that I've been doing the best recently. Not that I'm asking for pity, I'm just coming clean, kind of. That's what I'm looking for, just coming clean. I wish everyone a good Halloween, a great Halloween. I wish everyone a lovely Thanksgiving. I wish everyone a lovely Christmas and a fantastic New Year. I'm going to be turning 20 next year, and I'm going to have to get my shit together until then. I'm going to try to lose a lot of weight. I'm going to try to get a bit smarter. I'm going to try to be a lot more stronger and stuff, mentally and physically, at least. And be a little sexier. But all in all, I hope this video covers at least what I've been dealing with for the past 6 years of my life, and I want to thank everyone, every viewer, every subscriber, every friend of mine, every family member that ever comes across this video. I want you to know that you've made a great impact on my life, regardless of how big or small it was. I want you to know that you feel special in a time where I didn't feel like shit at all. And I hope that at the end of the day you can at least forgive me for being away for so long. So I hope everyone has a very good night. I'm going to go back to studying for my exam, and I'll see you guys then. Take care, and you'll have a blessed evening. Peace.